Alright, so this is my, I guess, first video. I mean, it's not really my first. It's my first talking video. How does that sound? Sounds good to me. And I wanted to flip through my sketchbooks. I'm definitely going to do this one and the guy underneath it because those are the two that I finished. I have one more that I've started here the last couple of days. If I have time at the end, I might flip through the few pages I have, but other than that, I'm probably just going to save that one for a later date. Not very good at talking. I don't... Talking isn't my thing, so we'll see how this goes. We'll see. I might just be silent in some places and you can just look and enjoy. So this sketchbook, I started to go on a trip. I was going to go on a trip. I know it was going to be a lot of sitting and letting my parents talk to adults, and I was like, need something to do. So, I mean, so this was, a lot of these here in the front are me sitting in a hospital. So this was the last one I did sitting in the hospital. Visiting family and stuff, you know. And then this one I did at my grandparents' kitchen table at the same trip. Hospital again, hotel room. I'm trying to develop a style, I think. And it definitely starts to develop in this sketchbook. By this sketchbook, I pretty much settle into one. So this is kind of interesting to look at these and see, like, how I've improved. I tried to draw very button noses, if you can't tell. Very pig-like, almost. Looking back on them. But I think they're cute anyway. I don't draw them exactly like that anymore. I could. Alright, so there was a break here. So I can finish like one I was already doing. And then we went to the movies. I started this really at the movies. We went to see Jurassic World. Don't kill my raptors. San Andreas. Is that what it was called? Inside Out. That was not a very amazing doodle. It just kind of, we didn't have that much time in between movies. And Insidious, which this one I came home and colored because I thought it was so good. These are some sketches where I was just kind of, I didn't know what to do. That's a character of mine that I just kind of made up on the spot. I haven't used her since. A started doodle, redid it for my friend. She wanted one. I don't know what that was. I was having emotions. More sketches. Another somebody, I don't know who it is. Again, my style is different now. Not a whole lot different, but different. Just, again, doodles. I didn't know what to draw, so that's what those two pages are. This was actually watercolor. It looks so thick. I don't use watercolor like that anymore. This is my first time using watercolor. You'll see as stuff progresses, I get better with that. Just, this one's very sketchy. A lot of just unfinished doodles and I don't know. Not my favorite. I like this duck though. That duck looks cool. Right there. I'm not used to doing videos and holding a camera and talking. Eyes and lips and stuff. I like this one a lot. I know. I remember really liking this one when I did it. I still really like it. 2 minutes. Hair. More lips, noses. See, it's kind of, this is closer to what I do now for noses, I think. Kind of like that though, to be honest. I was showing my neighbor how to draw hair, I think, was what those were. I did a sunset with watercolor, getting a little more used to watercolor. What's underneath there? Just, okay. Studying bears. That was my cartoon version. There's a wolf guy. I'm not even going to question what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't remember. I was listening to Meatloaf. Yeah. It's my little drawing of Meatloaf. This was, I drew the science strip. I actually kind of like it. Did you hear my dog bark? I ended up actually kind of liking it. So the next page is a lot of going with that. It's starting to get messy here. This is whiteout. Trying out some other styles, just trying things out to see how I can change things, because I was still just not completely pleased. I love Tubby. He shows up a couple times in my sketchbooks. This I just drew at my neighbor's house. I was sitting with her daughter, who also likes to draw. I like this cat. I didn't like that cat when I drew it. I like it now. I like that cat. I mean, I really like this style, but I don't draw on it very often, but I think it's cute for what it's worth. This was my friend. Her hair's a little longer now, but she's probably going to get cut again. Don't know what that was. My friend said it looked like a Titan, so it's a Titan now. I was trying to figure out how to draw. There's a bear again over there. Trying to figure out how to draw wolves. There's a concept, I guess. I never actually did anything with it, but I thought it was kind of cute. And then a face. I was really into drawing faces for whatever reason. This style again. Talking about symmetry, radial, and asymmetrical. Some characters. I like this guy. He shows up once or twice too, I think. This page, loud. Mermaid. This was based off a Mary Doodles video. Another interesting style thing. Cry. Tubby again. This guy was sitting in a restaurant. This style again. I really kind of like this. I don't know. I just think it's cute. It's a colored pencil, and then I went around the edges where the really and the dots are in pen. Did some math here. I think all my sketchbooks have math in them. And then just some weird things. I don't know what that is. I'm not going to question it. This is the last couple pages, so obviously it's kind of just slowing down. There's that guy again. Tubby sort of from the back. That thing. And then this was my last drawing. And I had taken a break and I hadn't drawn for a while, so I drew this to try to get back into it. It's a little stiff, but that's okay for what it's worth. Alright. Moving on to this sketchbook. I duct taped this one because the cover fell off, and so I duct taped the cover to the second page. And this is coming off now, but I'm not using it anymore, so it shouldn't come off anymore. Had some eyes here. They got covered up by the duct tape. This was, I started a sketch and my friend finished it for me. We wrote notes during one of our classes. There are boobs in this. Forgot to warn you guys, there are boobs in this. So I drew this during Spanish. A lot of these I drew during Spanish now that school started. So I drew this during Spanish. This was just something I sketched out. I started something, I didn't really like it, so I redid it here. I ended up liking this one. In the sketchbook, you can see me start to draw guys more. We're just not going to comment on that. I drew this about 2 years ago. This is what I drew here recently. The date was August 22nd. Then more boobs. That guy, I kind of like that. Boobies. Boobies. And then a pregnant lady. And I don't know what that is, but she's cute. I drew this. These are two characters. It's a long story. Didn't finish him, so I just put that he was bald. This guy, I was sitting in Spanish, I was like, I want to draw someone who's based off of a bull. So he came out of it. This is me getting into the style I'm going to end up using in this style. This was like one of the first kind of signs of that. Some figures, and then drawing standing is hard because I drew this one while I was standing up in class. Math, that's in Spanish. I drew some stuff in pen and highlighter. Sketch I started and my friend finished for me. I was working on ideas for this next drawing, which was Beeve Nerd. I guess she's kind of a robot. She was just a doodle I did. I got India ink, so I was practicing outlining and diluting it and stuff with paintbrushes. So I just spent a night doing these. Spider-Gwen. If you guys know this song, it's pretty good. Something about Apple Sales Girl. Drew that in Spanish the next day. This is kind of... This sums that up. We don't need to stay there. I started doing some more posing stuff, so I did this. That was what this character would have looked like. Fish eyes. I was eating apple, like fruit snacks, so I drew her. Fairy, just general stuff, some poses. I really like this pose, so I did it again for a character that I'm actually using now. You'll see her one or two more times in the sketchbook. I don't remember how many. Count Monte Cristo characters that I had to draw for a project. Some watercolor stuff that I did. A sketch I started, my friend and I kind of collaborated on finishing during one of our classes. There she is again with him. That's another story. It's getting better at watercolor without lines. This is one of my old characters who I hadn't drawn in forever, and I was like, I should draw her. So I did. Trying to do male drawings. I want to draw guys. And so I'm trying to draw them more. This was something I made for a friend. They're going to send that in for a costume design. It didn't have to be great. I just had to get something out for him. Drawing guys some more. I think I'm improving a little bit on that. Oh, here, let's just... This is actually, for whatever reason, one of my favorite pages because it shows basically what my sketchbooks are. Erotic and sarcasm. So, that's fun. This page, I drew a walking sequence, Elsa with some song lyrics. And then on this, I drew this in pencil, did the background on this side of the page, and then did the pink on this side. And then I just put some cheap watercolor on here. Jack Frost, because Elsa's on the other side. That same character from before, a guy. Some random just doodles. Still trying to draw guys. Yes, he's supposed to be a guy. I realize he has long hair. Guys can have long hair. 2-minute gesture drawings. This was looking at females who were posing. This was looking at males who were posing. This was for a drawing I did for a neighbor's birthday, for their birthday. This I was drawing in pen and that's what came out of it. I don't know why I like this polka dotted like dress thing so much for little girls, but I do. Right hand, left hand, just, you know, this was a page and I had a drawing under here that I didn't like, and under here that I didn't like, so I put sticky notes. And then I drew her and her, well I drew her first and I drew her out of that, so. Over the garden wall, these are, all three are inspired by Over the Garden Wall. I just kind of, there was a blank space there. This was a concept I tried to turn into a painting and it hasn't, I don't know, it hasn't really worked out so far. I might continue, I don't know. It didn't turn out quite how I wanted it to. Almost to the end. Elf that I doodled while I was waiting for my dad's bass lesson to end. Bird, dog, face I did in Sharpie during class. Some random doodles, Wicked, and then this is where the sketchbook gets slow because I'm trying to wrap it up. I like the sketchbook, kind of sad to see it end. Kind of y'all come back now you hear kind of a thing, and then the end. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it here since we've gone on for 12 minutes of me rambling about absolutely nothing. This is my next sketchbook, which I'll make a video on, I guess, when I'm done with it. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. Alright, bye!